Pop-Up Hobby Shop, your traveling one-stop shop specializing in collector's items, Pokemon cards, musical instruments, sports memorabilia, and much more. Look up Pop-Up Hobby Shop on Facebook and look out for our booth popping up near you.
Don't time! Woo! Woo!
Back in the studio with the boys, Relentless, episode 39, brought to you by our good friends at Tony's Joint. 3 convenient locations, Essex, Kingsville, Leamington. They got everything, pre-rolls, edibles, the drinks, whatever. Go in there for all your dope needs. So check out Tony's Joint. Back in studio with the guys again.
You look like me.
What are you doing,
You guys
bro?
ever rock the cannabis drinks?
So they're only like 10 milligrams,
Yeah,
aren't they? Like we'd have to drink 45 of those things to with our
I
tolerance.
was on my way to see a play that my sisters were in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
Adam's family.
I'm sorry.
But I was like, man, I am not high enough for this. And I pulled off because it was that, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a tanning salon / cannabis place.
Oh my
it's like
God.
on the dark side tanning salon.
Oh, by
and
Jason's
then on the
house.
cannabis side.
Right
Say
by
it with
Charlie's.
me now, bodegas.
Yeah. So I hobbled,
Hey, black ass.
I fucking pulled into there and grabbed 2. They were blue raspberry.
Yeah,
fucking cannabis
you
drinks.
and the raspberry.
And then like another pre-rolled or whatever. And I fucking drank both of those suckers on the way and smoked the joint. And like I don't even I was just
It's because you're a
regularly
chronic.
high.
You ever think about that?
My sister drinks them though and swears by them. Like before bed, she helps helps her sleep. But
Well, your sister
Okay,
probably
what
doesn't
sister?
smoke as much dope. What's
yeah, Lindsay, she doesn't.
Yeah.
smoke.
Okay, I was just gonna say, if it's Laura,
Yeah.
Laura
She's
drink a
drinking
6-pack.
87.
Where
Yeah.
Laura doesn't fuck with edibles really or that stuff.
But she
just
can
straight-
smoke like a champ.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure. She hits
I was
the
gonna say,
ball.
I knew like one of them smoked.
Yeah. It's like
I
when we're
just
at the
didn't-
family events, like.
Yeah. Our like family events, it was like baseball meeting, and then like 3/4 of the fucking everybody would leave. But that was like, well, we had a lot of us in our family that smoked too,
frick,
though.
I remember after like my wedding, after the ceremony, everyone literally was outside.
It was
smoking
empty.
weed.
The place was empty.
That was like ours.
It's like,
Well, that was
do.
like my wedding.
Look
too.
around. There was 3 people left in there.
It was pouring rain too, so everyone had to huddle under this like over.
Yeah. Well, did you have a knockout at your wedding?
No,
It was
I
good.
did.
I think I think we talked
was
about
good.
it.
Yeah. We talked
Your
about
wedding
it.
was good.
Yeah, it was a fun wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Me-
it was
me and
supposed to be
Katie-
like outside, and it was pouring rain, so that was all just kind of chaotic. But my mom, worked her magic.
It was
and we
good,
just moved
man. It was
Everything
great.
inside. It did. It ended up working out good because it was also really, really hot. Because it was in the middle of summer, so and
It
that
was-
place
so it made
was
it-
air
The
conditioned.
rain
to
made it.
fuck.
The
Like,
rain made it
the
muggy.
KFC people had that shit turned down to 60.
Yeah,
I
it was
think.
nice in
But
there.
yeah, it was nice. And then it's funny because I had a couple guys from my work who'd never like really been to weddings before or whatever, and like Buddy shows up with like 2 friends, just like it's a party, like it's a house party, you know what I mean? And like, and my mom's kind of freaking out, like, we don't have room for this, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, like, dude, I'm sorry, man. And the guy he was with, I didn't know too much at the time, but like we had had some smokes or whatever together, and I was like, sorry, man, like. Oh, it's all good. So yeah, we had to like tell a couple people to leave, but they were never on the list or whatever. It was just like a buddy was like, "Oh, I don't know. I thought we could bring guests or something." It's like, well, no.
Say +1,
usually-
motherfucker,
it
not
says
2.
+1, yeah. And like we didn't +1 everybody at the wedding. We +1 the people that we knew would have one, and then like so some other guests were just this is your invitation. Don't bring another motherfucker.
No motherfuckers.
But yeah, it was a fun time. So, anyways, back to the.
So what's up, dude?
How was the weekend for you guys, fellers?
Well, we worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
worked all weekend.
what's your hours like on the weekend? Still afternoon shift
Yeah.
on just a Saturday?
Yep.
It sucks working afternoons on Saturdays. It feels like you don't have a life.
Yeah, that would be tough. And then you're going to days, or no? You're
No, we're on
afternoons for the week?
afternoons still. Yeah.
The changeover shift has got to be probably the worst, right?
Yeah. I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we
I
work
mean, I don't sleep
6
either, so
days.
it's not like and
when
I have a regular.
when we work
9 to
6
5.
days on Saturday and you got to go in on days on Monday, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. It's a transition, man. And it's hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait to go to midnights. It's more of just a steady. I'd rather just a steady shift. Not to mention you get paid quite a bit to work midnights too at our work. But like,
So are you doing afternoons
we're
and days?
we're
right?
we're
Not
we're doing
midnights?
swing shift right now. But I imagine Drew's probably gonna go over to mids too when it comes. I know I am.
So with the afternoon shift, do you guys tend to like come home and go to bed?
No, not even
You'll
close.
stay up
I
and
sleep
then
more on days
and then
'cause I
what?
pass
Sleep
out on
in,
the
or like
couch.
you get the kids ready for school and then go back
I'll-
to bed.
That's
or you
how I
don't
usually
really
do it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
so, sometimes I don't fall asleep till like almost 3 a.m. probably.
Yeah.
So then
Especially getting
I'll
off
come
work,
home,
like-
but I'll smoke like fucking 4 joints trying to
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
sink
wind
the
down,
dart in
yeah,
deep to. But then I'll wake up in the morning. I'll help stuff with the kids. I'll get everybody out the door, and then I'll usually like
Yeah.
drop back
Yeah.
down for a couple hours. But
That's the one reason I didn't want to come out and play Senior League in Harrow on Sunday nights because I wasn't getting home till 11:30. 4 beers and 3 joints later, and I gotta work 7 a.m. all the time. Like get up at 7 a.m.
it was even worse when Shooters was around because then
Oh,
you would
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
go
no,
to
I-
Shooters, and then you'd close the bar, and then you'd get
Yeah,
home at fucking
yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and that's why now I don't come out after our hat trick hockey ice things because like man,
Mhm.
I can't stay up that late and then fucking still function at work the next day. Like
Are you?
I'm working with glass.
Are
and shit.
you so tired that you can't light that joint?
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I'm just teasing.
I'm gonna.
I'm
I
just-
just
I was
there
just,
was
I was trying to be funny, but nobody
No,
laughed.
I know. I
Nobody
was trying to
laughed.
think of a witty comeback. but
nobody
I
laughed.
have none. I have none.
Thanks, Cam. You left
But
me
yeah,
hanging.
so
Fucking
when I
asshole.
do have to work, I'm usually clock watching. But like I can stay up to like 12:30, even 1 sometimes. But because I also know like I'm just gonna be rolling around in my bed at 4 a.m. anyways. So
Oh.
why not fucking stay up a little bit longer? But if it's like staying up partying that late,
Yeah.
different story, man. I know. I just don't want to be hurting. Because then you wake up, you're hurting till noon. You can finally get some food in you and a couple joints. Like,
Shit.
I'm trying to carry glass and shit. Last thing I want to do is end up, fucking.
The worst part is when you're laying in your bed and you're
Cheated
looking at the
wrestling.
clock and it's like, okay, if I fall asleep now, it can be 5 hours.
Mhm.
Okay, if I fall asleep now, it can be 4 hours, and then so on. That is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yeah.
I don't-
Next
I
thing
don't-
you know, your wiener's in your hand. You're fucking.
I don't have that issue. I just smoke so much fucking dope.
You
That
just
Wait,
pass
it's like
out.
your wiener was in your hand?
phone in my hand.
You ever fucking fall asleep to where your phone just rests on your thing?
Oh,
your finger.
Katie
Then
does
you
it
like
all the
order
time.
something on fucking Amazon.
I'll
and
come
you
home.
don't-
No, I've never done that.
I've done that.
Accidentally ordered something.
I'll
Yeah.
come home fucking and Katie will be fucking sleeping
Yeah.
with her phone.
I
in her
ordered
hand.
juice one
same,
night on
same
Amazon.
TikTok video just on loop.
I fucking definitely like dropped the phone and smashed myself in the face.
Oh yeah, I thought I
Like,
chipped my
laying there.
tooth one
Oh,
time,
yeah.
bro. Or it does the slow,
Yeah.
the slaps on your chest, makes you sound like you're fucking 600 pounds.
I ordered.
See, I go to bed with no sound though. Like I don't put it.
I'm trying to think what
I
it
don't
was I
either.
ordered
I
when
sleep
I
with
was on
earplugs in.
accident. I ordered something on accident on Amazon the one day. Luckily, it wasn't very
sleep
expensive.
with
It was like
earplugs in.
juice or something.
Oh, see, that would fuck with my head.
You
so
know what's
much.
fucked? As I started sleeping with earplugs in when I started sleeping when I was on midnights like 5 years ago. Now I can't sleep without them.
Yeah.
But
I
you know
tried
what?
'cause Zoe
I
used
can
to do
still
it, and-
I can still hear my alarm go off.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hear the kids
They're
get up
not
out of bed
sound
before the
deafening,
wife
yeah.
does.
I
She's
just
like,
hate
it's unreal.
the sound, like how you hear what you're doing when you have earphones in. Like,
You have to.
every movement you make, you hear it like it's inside your.
I learned
fucking
real quick
ear.
how to lie because I'd be
Yeah.
laying there with earplugs in. I could hear my heartbeat.
Yeah, and I
That shit
sleep on my.
freak me
I
the fuck
sleep
out.
on my. On
I wouldn't
my
like
face.
that.
Especially when you're laying there, you're just like doom doom,
Or
Yeah.
you're
and
all,
then it's like 40 seconds goes by. You're like,
or you're all baked and you're
doom,
like,
doom. Oh wait,
uh,
fuck, I am alive.
Then you start thinking about shit.
And your heart's like do 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 do.
Yeah.
It's like fuck, man.
No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. I can't sleep with something like over my eyes.
So and then I sleep with a fan on every night. That's
Zoe
nice.
sleeps
That
with a
might
little
help.
thing.
A
Over
ceiling
over
fan
her eyes
above my
now.
bed.
Hey Zoe,
The
the
wife
one
hates
day,
it. She sleeps with 12 layers on in the winter. I'm fucking nothing
bro,
on.
I sleep in my underwear and fucking hanging out of the
I
blankets.
bet you that's
Yeah,
nice to look
yeah.
at.
Yeah, it's not good. It's like a beach whale.
I always like the one leg out kind of thing. I sleep
I'm
on
in
my
big boy
stomach
status,
sideways.
man.
I'm
So
a
I'm
sideways
like
sleeper. I don't sleep
Like
on my
215
side?
pounds
Yeah,
I
like
am now.
this, like fetal
It
position
all
sideways
depends
kind of.
how I am. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm stretched
I mix
out,
it up,
but
Curled up like a little baby.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
sleep on my back. Like who fucking sleeps like that? Like
That
you're,
is
like,
the most.
like
it
you're in a
is actually
coffin.
the most comfortable, but I can't actually.
That
sleep
and
that way.
in it,
Like
if
laying
you
that
sleep,
way, you're just like. Oh,
if you know
man, my
someone that
back
sleeps
hurts.
flat on their back, they're probably the
Yeah.
biggest fucking snorer you've ever met in your life. They
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
saw logs.
Yeah. No, I like hug
And
my
fart.
pillow and do the leg off the bed and
What are you?
That's the
Yeah, his legs
like
off
on
the
my
bed.
stomach.
His legs off the bed because he's trying to make the room stop spinning.
Yeah, 'cause he's fucking juiced.
Got one
Yeah,
foot on the
right.
floor.
Why? Because he's here mixing drinks in fucking studio.
one time.
2 fingers, Charlie.
Bro, I
What?
watched him. Me and Steph watched him make that. He
2
pours
fingers. It's normally
pours
like
all
this.
this
Charlie
liquor.
does it like this.
Pours all this
Accidentally threw up
liquor
a
and then he-
shocker. Did you see that?
These guys seem to forget that I won the Leahy contest. So, I actually finally put that picture up on my wall.
He's
I
fucked.
framed it at work. The autographed picture. We could pull it up. It's on the chat. I don't know.
Can you do
Um,
jerseys at all?
I've done it. I did one jersey one time, which was my dad's, and I had to do it really quick.
Can you do one
so
for me?
it ended up being a bit heavy because it was a big jersey for some reason. But
would you
we
be able
could,
to do
make
like
a
those?
shadow box?
Yeah,
You mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I want a long
There's
shadow
Charlie's
box
thing right
because I
there.
want to hang my.
Yeah. So that's the.
I want to hang
I got my disco lights on my.
I want to hang my
thing
wrestling
going
belt
on.
long ways.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
or side. Like.
So the harder thing from my aspect is the box part of it. Like I don't make the wood. I can't make the wood in the frame that the glass would go in. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Like, cause I'm not a fucking carpenter.
The next
But
thing
we could,
that I
we
have
could do it
studio,
together.
the
Like, we
next
could go and get
studio that I have,
do
I
that.
want to
Like
hang.
father son.
I want like shadow boxes of these all like
Yeah,
all just fucking
Yeah.
jerseys.
Yeah.
The fuck's your
Oh,
problem?
that's pretty cool.
You want to fucking duke it out right here?
I
Well,
do.
at work, everybody looks at us on the line because we'll just lock up on the line and just start.
Yeah, so
fucking-
essentially we would go and get like some pieces of wood that would be our box, and then you put some
Box.
hinges on it that has like a framed glass door that opens and closes. Because you would need it probably about 3-4 inches thick, right, with the contour of the belt, especially with the jerseys. Like you need it thicker than you think. You can't just put a piece of glass on a jersey and it's gonna sit flat. It's actually a lot more thick than you think. That's what I found was the hardest part when I tried to make one before. And the jersey was like a triple XL. It was a signed Bugner jersey.
Oh,
Flames.
okay.
Bugner
Well, that's why it
jersey.
was probably so hard to do. These are only.
Yeah.
I think
like,
that's a
so-
large and that's an XL.
Yeah. So, and if we folded it a certain way that
To where you can
would
read the
make
like
it a little
numbers on the
smaller.
sleeves and shit like that. Yeah, that's exactly how I want it.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I just want stuff for not obviously not
My
this
buddy's
studio,
a
but
carpenter, like has woodworking tools. It's just
I just
Depends
figured.
how-
I just you were talking
I
about.
just
it,
think
so
it'd be
thought
cool to
maybe-
have
I
even
can
like
make you like a desktopper glass fucking case that can go over a belt that's on like a display. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like almost like an aquarium.
So
That'd be sweet.
So what's the conversation? How much?
You know me. How much to suck? The rocks.
little sucky sucky.
No, it wouldn't be too much because it's small pieces. It's small pieces that I would just kind of glue together. So it's
Pull that shit out of the dumpster.
We could work something out.
Did you order your belt yet?
No, I thought you said you were gonna find me one.
No, you were looking at them at work the other day, so I thought you were.
Yeah, I
ordering
know, but I don't really know any like reputable. I was thinking about just ordering off the WWE website because
It's a
it was
lot of money.
it was on sale.
It's more.
them. How much?
It was on sale for like $300
much.
bucks. Find me.
Where have
I
you
told
gotten
you.
yours?
Find me a
Have
smoking
you gotten
skull.
yours through,
A
separate
legit.
sites?
Find me a smoking skull for around $200. I will fucking buy it right now.
I see a thing like when I'm scrolling through fucking reels and shit. It comes up every once in a while, like replica belts.
There's
blah, blah, blah.
I would love
There's
a smoking
thing
skull.
on Facebook. It's called Powerball Championships. There's a guy that's in there. It's a group, and they do raffles of belts and they do stuff. And there's a guy that's in there. He's the guy.
Well, then
join,
that's who I
just
want.
join the group. It's called Powerball.
What's it called?
Power Belt. I can't open it. Power Belt titles or something like that, or what did I say? Power Belt Championships.
Yeah, that's what you said.
All right, here I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. And that's what I'm on. They do raffles. You can pay like $25 on a raffle, and like you win like a $800 title, like legit.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, raffles are it right now. I
Yeah.
guess. Like
yeah.
fucking.
Or they call them
my
dips.
cousin CJ just got a PlayStation 5.
Powerball.
Championship belts.
Powerball championship belts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Dang, that's a nice belt.
Anyways, let's
I
get
gotta
back.
okay.
Yeah,
I
while
gotta
we're
have
on
a
the
smoking
topic,
skull.
we got together and watched the Royal Rumble
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Should we start with Vince or should we go into the Royal Rumble?
Let's talk a bit about the Royal Rumble.
Okay, before Vince drops a deuce on us. But
one thing that I was telling Drew, I hadn't watched a fucking WWE or any wrestling pay-per-view other than the one we went to live. What's that?
Until you came here that
the
night?
one before that was WrestleMania 17 was the last WWE
wow.
In my
pay-per-view I'd
opinion, what I think
he was like, no fucking way.
that's my opinion. I think is the best WrestleMania ever.
Was that the one where it was Austin and
Austin versus Rock? So
was that the first time?
TLC.
Yeah.
I don't think
was that the
it's
first
their
ever
best
TLC?
match.
I think it was the first one. That's when the Hardy did the fucking swanton off the
it's
taxi.
TLC 2, which was the
There's
real
a taxi.
crazy
They had
one.
a taxi on the thing.
And there's some really good matches in it, but I honestly don't think it's Rock
I
and
think
Austin's
that's
best match.
I think
it's their worst match.
WrestleMania
as far as
17,
the
I
three
think,
they
is the
did.
first time the Hardys won the titles. Is it not?
Could be.
I think so.
Could be.
I just remember that crazy TLC
There was that
match.
crazy hardcore battle royal too that like anyone could keep winning. Like,
oh yeah, there's like 2 minutes and they pinned like Crash Holly.
And then
pinned.
actually they ended up botching it. One guy was supposed to have it, and it just the time ran out or something.
Crash Holly.
Yeah.
Carrying out his scale.
Yeah. Oh,
Didn't he die?
Yeah, he passed away.
Did,
I thought he passed. Yeah.
He did.
Man, it's crazy how many people from Attitude Era.
Broke.
Well, a lot of them too. It's like it's either overdose or heart
but
attacks.
that was
like,
those
it's
guys
crazy.
that were Attitude Era were like, you think about it, was, you know, a lot of the guys that were around, like the boys, they went through all the steroid shit, and then they went through all the drugs, the pills era. So they like their
from all
bodies
the
went
injuries
through
and shit.
fucking everything.
Like Brian Christopher, like too sexy.
So
Grandmaster.
what's up with this?
Grandmaster
Like,
sex,
okay, so we were kind of shooting the shit before we came on the air about it. So what's up with this Cody Rhodes and the Rock thing?
Okay, so yeah. Well, Cody Rhodes won the Rumble.
Yes.
I thought it was a good match. I heard today that CM Punk was technically supposed to win. He tore his bicep during the match, and he called an audible.
Fuck CM Punk.
They're talking that's a 6 to 8 month injury.
Yeah. And he was all.
What is up with you and
upset
CM
Get
Punk?
the fuck off my TV, you fucking jabroni. I can't stand him. He's a fucking.
Why?
We know
He's
it.
trash.
We know it.
He's the best in the
Fucking
world.
No, he's not.
Anyone who calls himself the best in the world is not.
Is the worst in the world.
Yeah.
Fucking guy is fragile.
Like the old-
He's proved time and time again he's fragile. I don't get the hype. I get he makes money, okay, but like same thing with AEW. The hype will fucking die down.
Like the
dust will
old
settle.
Jericho
He'll be
thing.
saying
Drink it
fucking
in,
jabroni.
man. That was my favorite Jericho. when he was doing all that shit. Drink it in, man.
Mine was Y2J. People calling them
His
stupid
debut.
idiots. And
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
The list
But
is pretty good.
okay, so now what's happening with Cody and The Rock? So is The Rock stepping
I don't know
in?
if you saw it, but did you see where Seth Rollins was kind of like?
I seen The Rock come out on SmackDown.
So before that, Seth Rollins had pleaded to Cody like, "This is the championship that actually matters.
Do you want the Dusty title?
No one cares about that championship. Blah blah blah." Like trying to convince him, like, "Hey, try to fight me. Like, come for my belt. It's the working man's title, kind of thing. Fuck Roman Reigns. No one gives a shit about that title, kind of thing." That was the segment that was on SmackDown, I think, after the first week of SmackDown. And then, so it was all, who's he going to pick? Who's he going to pick? Then this stuff with The Rock happens. Cody Rhodes says something like, you know, I'm gonna face you, but not at WrestleMania. But someone you know will, and then The Rock comes out, you know.
So is the belt going to be up for grabs?
Oh, I believe so.
It's gonna have to be.
Yeah.
So you think The Rock's going to beat Roman?
Nope.
You think Roman's going to lay down for The Rock's
I
going to lay
I
down
think
for Roman?
Keeps it till SummerSlam now because he's got to get to
It's
SummerSlam
crazy
or
because
whatever to
people
beat
are
Hulk
more-
Hogan.
People are talking more about the fact that Cody Rhodes has just, you know, he just got roadblocked.
Yeah.
And The Rock steps in.
Cody's
it's like,
story is
which
like
he could go for
chapter
Seth Rollins
300.
championship.
finish my story. So
That's
chapter
probably the better
380.
step for him to take, right? Is to go after Seth Rollins.
What's that?
For
Drew
Cody
just
Rhodes
has
to go
nothing
after
good to
Seth
say
Rollins.
about anybody tonight. You're poopy
I
pants
love
tonight.
Cody. I do. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, as soon
Hell
as
yeah.
he came, they're like, "Oh, I'll finish my story." Okay, your story's been going on for 2 years. We're on chapter 400. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. But like I said, Seth Rollins to me is that first step. Kind of.
No, I think he should go. Well, he's to me.
He already
Cody's
lost to Roman.
Cody's not
Roman Reigns.
believable to beat Roman.
Yeah,
he could beat
exactly,
Seth.
Exactly. And it's still a world championship, right?
Yeah.
So,
What about the people's penis?
Well, that's
Dwayne,
more like that's
Dwayne,
a personal
yeah,
kind of thing.
It's head of the fucking table.
They can't just give The Rock
That's
the
the
belt.
dumbest shit I ever heard.
They will.
Yeah, they
It's
could.
Dwayne.
Yeah. He's
Fucking
the man.
jabroni.
Everyone's a jabroni.
Everybody,
And,
there's a guy.
Who's the chick that won?
Bailey.
Bailey, yeah.
Bailey
so
with
she's
the
gonna,
cake.
Yeah, and she said she
Got
picked
got
who
more
she's
bum
gonna-
than she got
picked who
body.
she's
She got a
gonna
big
face.
ol' ass. God bless her.
Yeah, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating fucking crackers. I'll tell you that.
How old are you?
Well, I do have gray
Sound
in
like
my
a
beer.
grandpa
Crackers.
saying
You got
that.
some cheese whiz on them? Are they
Yeah.
premium plus?
Yeah.
Saltines? What's your number one cracker?
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its?
Is that
Dang.
does that like classify as
Yeah,
as
hell
a cracker?
Yeah. Hell
That's a
yeah.
good
So I would say that.
That's a good
Not
one.
only any Cheez-Its, the pizza ones.
Pizza Cheez-Its. I don't think I've ever had pizza.
Really?
Cheez-Its. I
You
mean, I'm
shut
sure they
your
taste
face.
a lot like
just
like
the
pizza
regular
goldfish
cheese
or-
ones are good, man. The baked one.
The thing is, though, is I can't
Yeah,
really
like a
have them in
premium
the.
plus with like
I can't really have them in the
Salt
like
on
house
it,
a lot
that's it.
because
with-
E just
I
steals
usually
them.
put like peanut butter or cheese whiz on it.
Cheese
I can
whiz.
just picture you
Plastic
getting high as
cheese.
fuck,
Oh,
putting peanut butter on a
Dude.
saltine and just
that's so true. Oh yeah, 'cause he gets so stuck in the gums.
He probably doesn't even bring a drink with him.
Oh no, I always gotta have a drink, man. Oh
fuck.
fuck, that's so funny. Though. Well, yeah, I'll fucking
Like a
Hey,
dog
remember-
eating peanut
I'll down
butter.
a sleeve of
remember when
saltines
you
like
almost
it's
died
my
at
job.
Jenny Jones?
Oh, I choked on
I'll
an
never
animal
forget this.
cracker.
We were fucking whispering like we're shitheads. We're smoking weed, probably 15, 16
Yeah.
years old. We're at Jenny Jones' house watching Monday Nitro, watching WCW.
Was that what we were watching?
Yeah. And you sit there eating fucking handfuls of fucking animal crackers and just fucking like a ball in his mouth. He went to swallow, he started choking. He runs to the bathroom, starts trying to.
I got it down with some water. I was good.
Animal
But
crackers are like I wouldn't want to. They don't look appealing, but once you have one or two,
Once
you're
you
like,
have
"Damn,
one or
these
two,
bitches
you're
are
like-
good."
yeah,
They're
because
like
they taste
buttery
kind of
kinda-
sweet,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
taste kind of
They
sweet.
got that shiny, like sweet coating
yeah,
on them.
Yeah. So what's your like? You said there's regular Cheez-Its or
I like a good regular Cheez-It, but like I don't know. There's so many crackers.
Good crackers,
I like
yeah.
a good like vegetable. Like
What
you know
about
I
a
mean?
Triscuit?
Oh, like veggie thin or
Yeah, or you know what's really good too is the cracked pepper Triscuits.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
bomb.
Okay. What are those?
Only
ones
with
that are
some
like those, like,
kielbasa and cheese.
Wheat thins.
Those, is that like a cracker? I
yeah.
guess?
Yeah, I guess
What about
it
you,
is.
Cam? You like a cracker?
He is a cracker.
Well, I had to Google it, but technically, goldfish is a cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
goldfish.
My kids eat the shit out of
Regular
those.
goldfish?
He
Yeah,
says
it's
Like,
goldfish.
flavor blast?
What are you
Black
fucking
cheddar?
7? What are you 7?
Just any
Yeah.
goldfish.
The
Ethan
pizza
likes
ones are
those.
pretty good, but I don't
Yeah.
really eat them. My kid does.
I feel like
You eat
because I was
I
so
like
old
all-
when they came out.
Charlie, you probably get all baked and
still
eat
a
half
kid.
the
If
bag.
there was nothing else like to snack in my thing,
Do you ever have the cake ones of those? Goldfish? They
Goldfish?
have them in
No.
like cake flavored.
No.
They're fucking bomb.
You know what's good is they have like a maple syrup kind of. It's like they were a special edition. It's like around Christmas. They
Yeah.
had like maple. They taste like syrup, like maple syrup.
Tastes
They're
like
fucking bomb,
Yeah.
bomb.
So did you
How about,
eat
I was
do
like,
you
I'll
ever eat
try
a
one of
bear
them.
paw?
I was like,
Do you ever eat bear
handfuls.
paws?
Bear paw. Come on now.
bear
Ever eat 'em?
paws?
Do I ever eat bear paws?
I invest.
bear
I
paws.
bro,
Bear paws are fucking life in my
Dude.
house.
bear paws are
Oh
a
my
staple in
God.
my house.
You ever soak?
No, my
you ever
kid
soak?
eats them, but
You ever
like,
soak them motherfuckers in milk? Oh my god, dog!
no.
Change your
You
What kind
fucking
of bear
serious?
paw?
the chocolate chip or fire,
Yeah.
or the brownie ones.
The brownie.
Luke's
Bomb.
been like, we
Bomb.
just bought 3 of the brownie.
Bro, my
Yeah.
kid has chocolate around his face every day from eating them fucking things.
Oh yeah, the kids do love them.
They're
The
bomb.
brownie ones might be good.
I love
Like,
them.
Ethan, the one day I'm like, hey, did you eat any of those bear paws?
Bruh,
We had
you
those
know-
ones. He's like, no. He had the chocolate ring. I'm
Oh,
like,
You know what I've been mangling a lot of? Gushers.
yeah,
Gushers.
okay. Everything
Oh.
you're saying, we buy for this house.
Oh,
Gushers, where the fuck you get those at?
I don't know. The
Any-
wife gets
any
them for the
fucking
kids. I
grocery
just
store that
fucking
you
bang
walk
them.
into?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I
they're
get baked
everywhere.
up and go home and fucking
You-
smash them.
You get the
Whole pack.
sour ones.
Yeah, because you like
The
when
sour
the
ones?
nuts
All of
explode in your mouth. Juicy.
Josie.
Juice.
Yeah,
Um,
fucking,
Speaking of
While we're on the
juicy,
I was gonna
wrestling,
say like
the Vince.
Ethan probably goes to you. He's like, Dad, where did all my bear paws go? And you're like, I don't know, man. Someone must have ate them all.
So, speaking of
To admit they
that,
had ate a
juicy.
whole box of-
Talk about Vince.
Bear
Let's
paws.
talk about
Speaking
Vince
of
real quick.
Vince taking a juicy
So
deuce.
Vince, yeah. So like the text, all the
My
all the
God.
texts and stuff came out. He like fucking they're talking. So yeah, he like they're having a threesome, I think, and he just like got over top of her and took a shit on her head.
Is
And
that
he
a
had-
dominance thing? That's a
I don't know.
dominance
He
thing,
had
right?
and he had a whole bunch of like sex toys that he had named after the wrestlers.
Is that part of it all?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, and it's all
Apparently
like facts.
it's all
Cam,
available
bring
online.
up the text messages.
You gotta read some
Look
of it.
up the Vince McMahon trial text messages.
Because it's all available online.
It's online. You
The
Okay,
whole-
can't-
the whole
so what's all
accusation-
this shit with Lesnar
So-
then? Because Lesnar
Lesnar,
said
he's part of it.
so the Brock Lesnar thing is Brock. You'll see it in the text when Brock signed a contract in the Attitude Era when he first came in. That was part of the deal, was that he got to fuck this broad.
Damn.
So that's why Brock is like.
and he's with Sable. Like
This
Sable
was
was
before
a-
her.
Okay,
He
I was gonna
was
say-
young.
I was
He
gonna
was a
say
kid.
because
But
Sable
the
was
worst
like
part about this whole thing
missile.
is that Vince pretty much told this girl she had to do it. That's the only thing
he
wrong
was
with
supposed
it.
to
He
be in
wasn't
the
with
Rumble,
her yet.
apparently, eh? He was supposed to be in the
yeah.
Rumble.
So the Pat McAfee spot
Yeah,
was
yeah.
supposed to be Brock.
Yeah.
That's why they pulled the audible and they just wasted the spot.
Like, Pat McAfee was supposed to be part of the spot with Brock. It was that other big guy. Who's that other big guy that came
Omos.
in? Yeah. Like everybody that
Okay,
guy
there's-
eliminated
there's-
was supposed to be
Just
Brock,
type in Vince McMahon.
but he
text
got
messages.
pulled day of.
They should come up. Go to images. Yeah, and then they should just be there.
holy shit. You want us to bring down fucking staff or what?
We throw him up.
You want me to yell at Steph real quick? I'm just
Yeah.
joking. I love you. I love you, Cam. You know that.
Send in the
Yeah,
staff.
so they're there. So yeah, they're there. Bring him up. So there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, that's Reddit. You go on that. That'll be the good one. I don't know if it should like read it. Click it. There you go. You just closed it. Yeah, you just closed it, you weirdo. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so there's like, so look, you want he's
Fuck, someone's
everyone
writing a
keeps-
novel, and someone's like, "Okay."
Everyone keeps saying like Vince, because Vince spells pussy Pussey every time.
Does he?
Pussy. Yeah, look at.
So who is Vince the Blue? Or
So she's the blue, right? So all the white is Vince. See, maybe he wants two other guys to join you with him. Holy shit, you told him what you do anything with him, surprise you, whatever. Okay, where's the ones like? Or here, your last picture. You need your panties ripped off and 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Way up in your pussy, Pussey.
Oh,
Way up
geez.
in your ass, as far as it'll go, even further. And the thickest
Farther.
the thickest cock will go down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulse. Those big black cocks pound away.
Jesus.
It feels like from the start of your ass. What does it say? From the start, you're being assassinated, but it's made of cum nonstop. No, it's made you cum nonstop. But it's like crazy, bro. And he's got like he had like names for all of his sex toys. Had like wrestlers'
so
names.
even just right above
So it says
the,
right there, it says Johnny.
Right
It says it
above
might be
the blue
better
one.
if you in Johnny try him. Like
So who's
Yeah,
the
so
blue
right-
one?
Right above the blue is exactly, baby. He's not the only one. Bubba called me this afternoon begging to eat you and fuck you with his
know who
nice
that is?
and hard dick.
you know who that is?
Brock Lesnar?
That's Brock.
Okay. And then she says, "Give me another week, baby, and I'll be ready. I'm feeling more like myself." I'm feeling more like myself.
Because everybody else is named, right?
yeah.
Because like Johnny is John
Yeah.
Laurinaitis,
Yeah.
and then
Tell him soon. I already told him, baby.
yeah,
By the
go
way,
down.
Johnny wants Tuesdays.
Yeah, what's this?
Jesus
Come on.
fucking.
Here's what he said after. Yeah, there you go. That's a little better, but you can go back. You can go to different things. There's a bunch of different.
Was she was she talent? Like
So she
a
was
wrestler?
talent. Yeah. So I didn't know who she was. I had to look her
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
But she worked with him, and then he was paying her off, right? And then the payment stopped, and that's when she came out. He was supposed to pay her $3 million. He gave her $1 million, and then the payment
And then it
stopped.
stopped. Yeah. So she said, "Fuck it. Fuck
Yeah.
the non-disclosure."
Yeah, it's fucked up. Like, like
Vince a freak,
Vince is fucked.
and then he's gonna take a deuce on you.
It's fucked.
Yeah. So where was that? That wasn't mentioned in that.
What's
clearly,
that?
Right? The Duke
No,
thing.
there's like a bunch of different stuff, but there's
The
other
double
messages and
deuce
stuff
or-
that came
Hopefully, you
out.
didn't have any like
Yeah.
chili. That's a space
bring him
peanut.
over. Yeah, bring him over. There's some about him pooping on her. Like I know. for
Shut the
sure.
fuck
He
up.
called the shit poop.
Yeah, he called the
The
poop
shit
shit.
Poop.
Yeah.
That one won't let us get it.
It's Vince.
Okay, go back to there's a bunch.
I'm gonna do this to you,
The many texts.
and then I'm gonna take a hot steaming dump
That's
on
the
your
girl right
head.
there.
Where?
That's the girl go right there, right here on the right. That's her there. I've never seen her before.
So she works probably in the office, I'm
So
assuming.
it says, "Here's what
think she
blank
works in the
said
back
after I
gate.
told
In
him
the
part
head
of
office.
So that's it right there. Here's what Brock said after I told him that part of the deal was fucking you. Lol, that's your turf. She will be ruined after me and leave your ass. That's what he said to Vince. Plus, after me, your tool won't fit no more. That's shit what Brock was saying to Vince. Like,
Jeez.
after she fucks me, your shit won't
Brock's
fit no
probably
more.
got a giant.
His cock, he needs it. It's like an iguana. He needs a leash for it. That's fucked, eh?
Yeah. Well, fuck, man. Like,
It's crazy.
okay, so
crazy
how
shit.
did this shit thing come? Like,
So it's in there somewhere. I heard it and then I went looking for it, but I've heard it several times that they were having a threesome and he just kind of just shit on her. Just stood up and shit on her head.
that's a dominance thing, right?
Yeah.
Here, hold on a second, baby. Look good. Like, just right.
I can honestly say I've never wanted to shit on a
Right.
beautiful lady.
That'd be dark.
A beautiful lady.
Yeah, that'd be dark-sided. Definitely.
So crazy.
Yeah. So Vince is like gonzo now, right? He's just done.
Yeah, he's done. He's gonna. In my personal opinion, he's gonna go to jail. He's gonna go to jail for
Or is
a
he gonna
long
like show
time.
up like in a mask and
But
like,
he
oh, we
he'll
don't
go
know
to
who
fucking
this is?
celebrity jail, or he'll go to like, oh, he's not well enough to
Bro,
go to actual.
Vince is
real
jacked.
Jail,
He's going in
so
there and fucking picking the biggest dude and laying the smack down.
taking
Vince,
a shit right on him.
bro, Vince is fucking. You got don't
Vince
sleep
is a
on
fucking
Vince.
107
Bro,
years old.
He's 76 years old, and I bet you the people are talking about him still squatting like
Looks
400
he's in
pounds.
the mafia.
It's fucking crazy. Vince is a freak of nature.
It's all roided
Here's
out.
stories about him drinking all night long,
Yeah.
and then fucking they're like, "Oh no, I'm going to bed," and Vince is
His
like, "I'm going to the
driving
gym."
Stories, Bruce
Going,
Pritchard's
going to the gym, and then fucking they're texting. Vince is texting him from the gym, sending him pictures of him doing squats, calling him a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, pussy.
Yeah.
He's fucking jacked in the mirror.
He just
Like,
loves working out. He would be the worst driver. You know, never paying attention to himself driving like
100
a
miles an
maniac.
hour.
Yeah, yeah.
gets pulls over. You know who
Yeah,
I am?
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
like,
It's fucking crazy.
yeah,
Vince is fucked.
yeah. All the stories of Vince. And
And
But
imagine
first
how
of all,
many other girls he
Vince.
did that shit
That's what I
to.
said. How
Yeah.
many other people were there?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like Vince is. Well, there's obviously more. This is just
Yeah.
one girl because they said that he paid out over $19 million of company money. This is just
Yeah.
$3 million of it. So where's the rest?
Tell him soon. I already told him.
Yeah. So fucked.
Yeah. Well, if there's only 3 of 19 claimed and the payment stopped,
Have you seen anything about what Linda's saying? Or are
Well,
they not
they've been
together?
divorced since
Oh,
a lot of this
okay.
came out. They were divorced.
Okay,
They split up.
Yeah.
So
Because it was kind of known that this happened,
yeah.
right? But it was.
But once it was, that's
okay,
why
you paid
that's
it
why
off.
Stephanie left the
Why
company.
wouldn't-
Stephanie was set to come back, and then once Vince came back, she said no.
you think she'll be back now?
You want my honest opinion? I honestly think that eventually they're gonna clean house and Triple H will be gone. They're just gonna get somebody to learn. That's just what I think.
Who though? Like who's gonna?
I
make
think,
Triple H
but
gone?
my
Who's
thing,
running?
but my thing is because it's owned by the UFC. I just think they're gonna try to scrub everybody that worked close with them. Bruce Pritchard, unfortunately, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like that's what they would do. They're just anybody that was really
Yeah.
close to them. They're just gonna scrub. I don't want it to happen, but
Yeah.
I just you know what I mean.
Good.
Think of how long those guys worked with Vince, side by side.
Yeah, especially Triple H and Bruce.
Triple H is his son-in-law, though,
Yeah.
right? And
But-
Triple H, though, you got to remember those. Like a lot of people don't realize, Triple H doesn't drink, never has drank.
No.
He's one of those guys that was always in all
No,
the
I feel
parties
like
and all
he's
that
good
shit,
for
but
the
never.
Company. I feel like he's the right guy.
I agree, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
I hope that's not true.
Yeah.
I think as long as he didn't have anything to do with what was going on with Vince, he'll be fine.
Well, we'll see because everything will come out.
Apparently, he found out along with the rest of the superstars the same time that we found all that.
The way I look at it is this, okay?
I could
So-
see that though.
So say
oh, yeah.
say you're Vince McMahon. Say this happens, okay?
I'm gonna poop
You
on
pay,
you.
but you say, okay, I'm gonna give you $3 million. But listen,
Let me shit on you.
But listen, you're gonna pay $3 million. Okay, that's the deal. Give you $3 million, but you pay $1 million and stop. Okay, he probably stopped because he was probably using company money. You're a fucking billionaire. Take $3 million of your own fucking money out of your pocket and give it to her and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, he has enough money. He could have gave her fucking 50 times that and not even scratch the surface. But I'm not saying pay people to cover it off. But I'm just saying I don't understand why he didn't just pay the $3 million.
You got to figure too. He's an old fuck, and he's probably set in his ways too. So,
But why wouldn't you just pay the $3 million? You're worth a good like $11 billion.
I mean, they
What's
are
Vince
just,
McMahon
like
worth?
anyone could just take pictures and
Hold
make
on.
them look like text messages.
True.
2.8 billion.
2.8 bill. That's what he's worth after the sale.
Yeah. You know how much more a billion is
Couple
than
bucks.
a million?
A lot.
Like a lot more. You could piss $3 billion.
Yeah.
Wipes his ass with $100 bills.
I'm good on that shit, dog.
Fuck.
Who wants to smoke that fucking shit?
What?
That's good. The weed's good. It's that rap. Is makes me wanna.
Sorry, man.
Hey,
I
so
didn't see you rolling nothing.
I don't see you doing shit either.
so
bitch.
Cam, you had what was it called?
Love you.
What it if it
What
ever
was it called
happened
with
to
it?
you?
Yeah, I do actually.
It probably did.
Pee pee
Happened
poo
to
poo.
Drew if it's definitely
Fire
gay.
away.
If it's gay, it happened to Charlie for sure. It happened
So-
today.
I was at work, all right?
Oh, yeah.
It was a couple weeks back, and there was this guy working on my machine, and he's just cleaning it out, recaulking some of the areas because it's leaking, cooling everywhere. So then he's like, "Yo, can you clean these off for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, man." And he like left, and he came back, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh my god, man, what is that fucking smell? Like that's so bad. Like, oh my god, it's so disgusting." And like, I had just laid beef,
Oh,
and I was
no.
very ashamed at how
said
bad
what now?
it smelled. I
She
laid beef,
farted.
I farted.
Oh.
But it like rank so bad, and like I was like, look, did the check around, right? And then friggin' I was like, all right, farted, and,
You just ripped that.
and then
I
all
love
of a sudden
it.
I was like, oh my god, man, it's terrible. It'd be so bad if somebody came up to me, and then this guy came up to me, and I literally was like, oh no, I don't know, should I tell him? But like he came over and. It was bad.
Like not a
he's
guy
gagging.
you normally
Bro.
work
No,
with?
just
Yeah.
like the guy that works on the
I could
machine.
think of one time
I
that
did this
you
yesterday.
Yeah.
that
And
you
he's like,
told
"What
me
the
a story
fuck is
about.
that?" It's like,
He
"I
said
don't know,
that?
man." Yeah.
That's what he said? What the fuck is that
Yeah,
smell?
he
What
was
are you-
losing
what were you
it. It
talking?
was so bad.
Honeywell.
And then he's like, "Oh my god, that smells so
When
bad." He's
you were
like,
in the
"Oh,
booth
I can't
with that
believe you're
chick.
doing that right now." And I was like, "Yes, it's when I'm cleaning for
Oh
you
my
that smells
God.
that bad."
Yeah, that was
Dude,
bad too.
I've done this.
I did this yesterday at work.
It happens to me a lot.
I did this yesterday. Like the guy I work with, Sav. Fuck you, Sav. He we work
Eric,
under a
Eric,
car.
thank
We
you
do
for
a car.
listening.
We work on the High Line, so the car comes up and we tie the wire underneath. And I was like, my stomach's hurting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this car and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I fucking farted, bro. No one's around me. I'm like, didn't smell nothing. I walked a couple feet, walked back, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my god. 2 seconds goes by. Car comes up. It's our car. Comes up. Sav walks out of nowhere. Goes to go under the van. Stops. Looks at me. He just goes, "Go to the fucking bathroom." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, man.
He's like, "That's fucking disgusting."
Yeah,
He's like, "That's bad."
Yeah. Oh man.
Like-
So I work in like bathrooms, but sometimes it's like people live in the house. Sometimes they don't. Jake works with me a lot though, but especially after lunch, man. Like 20 minutes after lunch, my stomach's brewing
Right.
like a fucking
Oh.
stew, and I
Like
let
a
those fucking
stew.
I let those fucking ones out. Where you just know that's just straight smell coming out of your ass.
It burns. It's like
And
140
he'll come in,
degrees.
he'll just, oh man, it'll be minutes until he comes back. But customers have come in, like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes customers come back and forth. They, come to ask a question, like, and Jake's looking at me like, oh my god, because like he smells it. They're walking up. She's asking me a question about something. And I'm just like, oh my god, Jesus. she
Remember
must
that
have smelled it.
freaking Gizmo like meme there where he's like his eyes are like this big and he's like that freaking face you make when you fart and someone starts
Yeah.
walking towards you.
I've had some bad ones.
He's the only one who
The
said,
Honeywell
ever
one's
said anything
bad.
about it though. But
Which
to me,
one?
it's like,
The Honeywell one.
Yeah,
I'll just
tell
him, I'll
that
be
story.
Like, you
Just
might wanna
farted
go.
and
He'd be
just
like, "Why?
made
You
her
just
gag."
farted?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Drew
But
was in
it's
this
just
little
like, man,
booth.
So like half an hour. So you get a half an hour lunch. Was like, I need another hour so my food can digest and I can take a shit because I go back to work and I'm in customer's house and then my stomach just fucking. It's like I can't leave. Some of the places we work at don't even have a fucking bathroom.
Have you ever been working on a bathroom and just had to shut the door with whoever working in there and just take a shit? Just handing them stuff while they're fucking.
Not while they're in there. I've definitely like snuck off to like a half bath in the house, or worst case I've asked, hey, do you mind if I use your bathroom? And like my shits don't take short amount of time. So I'm sitting there like, please just get through this shit. Like,
Charlie's in there like playing on his phone and shit.
Oh yeah, just go. No, it's not that. It's like, it feels like it's coming and then it doesn't come.
Plays
and
a
then
game.
It all you know what I mean?
Yeah. Plays that game.
Or you're shitting like a rabbit and you're like, please just get this over.
They definitely know. And yeah, I just lit up the toilet, so it clearly is gonna stink. Mm-hmm. Like when I was at Ortner's house and we were changing his windows. Chris from hockey. I was like, oh man, can I use your bathroom? Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's right there, and it was literally like right where we were working, and I was in there at least a good 10 minutes because it was one of those like, oh my god.
What'd he say? Holy fuck!
He didn't say nothing. Like no one has ever really said anything.
Chris wouldn't give a fuck anyways.
Yeah, like I mean. We have toilets so we can shit in them, right?
I've had people like come to my house too, like that. Been working that need the bathroom. I tell them straight up.
I would never say.
What are you doing?
I don't give a shit.
Because like I'm telling, I just tell them straight up. If you're gonna shit, go downstairs.
Yeah.
Go to the basement.
I would.
And then you see here, they're going downstairs.
Yeah. Hey Drew, like every time I'm at your house,
this motherfucker does that anywhere he goes.
Every time I'm at Drew's,
walks in. My God. I got a shit. What are we doing, bro?
Do you guys remember we were playing in the fucking Harrow Blues tournament?
You in the truck?
And yeah, we're in the back of the truck, and I needed to shit so bad. And you were like, are you going to fucking paint the toilet?
Mr. Jimmy.
I remember you running off the field when we were little because you had to take a Duke.
I don't remember that.
You remember we were playing on the grandstand
I remember
diamond.
running into your house, though, that day.
Charlie was playing like...
Are we close?
43.
Yeah, I'm close.
Okay. But Charlie was playing right field, and then all of a sudden he's running off the field. The ump's calling time, and we turn around, and Charlie's fucking running off the field.
Let's quickly. What's the worst time you've had playing baseball, like bathroom-wise? Can you think of something? Like you had to go to the bathroom really bad?
Bathroom-wise?
Bro, I remember one time, bro, that I fucking
Must have been that time,
playing. I was playing softball. Like, this was probably a couple of years ago. This wasn't even that long ago. I remember hitting the ball like fucking boo-boo, man. Like, just get through this inning. I'm going to sit. I'm going to pull myself and then do, like, a re-entry type of shit. Fuck, man. I got to hit. Fucking hit, run. Of course, it's a fucking gapper. I got to go. So I'm running. Get to first. I'm like, oh, fuck. Going to second. Farting. Start farting a little bit. Literally have to go to third. Get to third, bro. As soon as my foot touched third, I called time and jumped the fence. I had shit in my underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot, but
like
enough that you know when you get those slippery butt cheeks and you know you got some in there. That's some bad shit right there, dog.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Luke let one.
And then like, and then you know what it's like.
Shit yourself.
Then after that, it was the worst fucking day of my life because those underwears went in the garbage. So I was playing with no underwear on, my fucking dick rubbing on my baseball pants. Ooh. Oh, the head was raw.
The head was raw.
Yeah. Anyways.
So,
Relentless.
Usually when I play sports, like a lot of times when I play hockey, I might have an upset stomach beforehand. But when I'm playing, it kind of just, it goes away until afterwards.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I ever had any, like...
Yeah. You ever shit on someone when you were banging her?
That was one time.
Okay. Charlie. What the fuck is your problem
He's
right now?
fucking burnt.
Like, fucking... absolute unit. So... You had some questions for us, you said. Charlie's questions, we'll call it.
Pee-pee poo-poos.
Yes. Now that we're all past all the piss, shit, fart, and talk, banging, bodily fluids, whatever. So now we're all past that.
So I was listening to Something to Wrestle With, and they were talking about...
Bruce Pritchard.
I believe it was the Finkel.
Howard Finkel.
And how he used to empty mustard packets into his mouth. Like, he would pocket mustard packets... and then empty them into his mouth, like, to eat sometimes, like, for snacks.
Do you know what that does,
It's
though?
good for your muscles.
So, no,
so you don't cramp.
It helps cramping, yeah.
Yeah, so my question was, like, what sauce
Ooh,
Would you
jizz.
choose if you had to choose one sauce to empty a packet into your mouth, like no drink, no nothing? Like, what's one you definitely could not do, and one that you would choose to do that you know for sure?
I know for sure I could do mustard.
So what does mustard do, by the way?
It's good for muscles, like
It's
prevents
good for
cramping.
like cramping.
You'll
and
see
stuff,
you'll
yeah.
see hockey players sometimes eating pack. Ooh.
Really? Eh?
You almost drove that right down your throat there.
Oh,
Speaking of,
wait,
I mentioned the hockey play. I go right for the kill.
He gets all
eh?
excited, tries to cramp.
Yeah,
it down
no, you
his
see
mouth.
them eating them fucking things like
Really?
that.
Eh?
Yeah.
I never really noticed that.
I think the sauce that I could eat all the time is probably like honey garlic or something
Like
like
straight?
that.
Okay, what?
Like if you had a packet of honey garlic,
I could just go
you
with it.
yeah.
There's
Just
one
like
thing
honey
I couldn't
garlic,
do. Mayo.
mayo.
Oh, just
yeah.
straight mayo like that.
I'm trying to think if there's any salad like dressings that I don't like that I would.
Ever
fucking-
since I found out Caesar has anchovies in it, I couldn't like drink it. I could eat it easily. Caesar dressing.
Caesar dressing has anchovies in it.
Yeah, it's like one of the main ingredients.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Ever since I found that out, I don't like eat it straight before I drink that shit.
I think like ranch by itself is ass.
I love ranch.
Like to drink
ranch,
I would
we
be like,
we
no
eat
way.
ranch by the gallon in my
But
house.
I do like ranch
and hot sauce
dipping
at my
and
house
stuff,
is like
yeah.
Yeah,
And
Ethan
hot sauce
uses
I would
ranch.
never really be able to do. Like I could definitely do the mustard too.
Jace is a hot kid. Like that kid he could we eat stuff that's hot and I'm like panting and he's like, "You're a bitch." Like something's like just devouring, bro. That kid.
I was like that when I was little. Remember, I used to eat like chili all the time. Corey's Fireball chili. Everybody be like sweating when they were eating it. I was just like eating
That's
it.
Jace.
Like,
The hotter, the better.
So I ordered Naples pizza yesterday.
Nipples?
Luke had a friend over.
Did
and
he puke?
fucking, No, it wasn't the same friend though. I made a joke like, "Hey, there's only one rule. He's like, "What?" No puking in the car. He's a good kid though. But anyway, so I ordered like half my shit. It was bacon, ham, pepperoni, and then theirs was
Yeah.
plain cheese.
Drive that
The
meat in
pizza
your mouth.
comes and my half has fucking banana peppers all over it. As soon as you open it, I'm just like hit with like, oh man, it's so spicy in my nose.
I'd eat the shit out of that.
Like yeah, and like I know a lot of people that would be like, I don't give a shit, but
Yeah, I would eat it.
even the ones I picked off that didn't have much, like they were spicy to me. But so I called and fucking
Charlie's
You know what a
talking
diamond
with two
upside down?
mics.
No, I went like this, like you're a pussy.
Oh.
A diamond upside down.
yeah, I don't.
Did
like,
he get it?
enjoy super hot.
Hey, you know what a diamond upside down
Anyways.
is?
So I called and complained like a Karen, but I didn't have to complain that much. I
Did
was
you
just like,
complain?
this is- yeah, I did.
You
And I got a
fucking-
free pizza out of it. But then they took back like the pizza that had the peppers on it, like the half. I ate a little bit.
They
of,
came
like,
and
the
took
ones in
it?
the middle. It was the manager.
He
that,
came
like,
there?
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
just for like proof that
he's
it.
the guy who delivers. I didn't know he was the manager
Yeah.
until he came back,
Yeah.
and I said, "What?"
Let's go ahead. Oh, I got a funny
I
story.
was just like, "So I'm sorry, dude." Like, and he's like, "No, I understand. Like, I deliver here a lot, and blah blah blah." And I was like, honestly, if it wasn't banana peppers and like, you know,
Yeah, if it was
besides
something else, I
olives
would have
or-
just ate it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of things that I would have been totally fine and not gave a shit about. But like, I honestly was just like, man, I can't even
Just like,
smell this
and
without
my
wanting to
freaking
gag.
kid has to eat it too,
yeah,
man.
they ate the cheese. So he's like, so do you have the pizza? And I was like, yeah. Well, I was like, well, the kids ate the cheese pizza part, and you know, I picked away at the ones in the middle. So, but I gave him back what was left, and
Why the
he
fuck
was
are you
really
looking
good.
at
So
me like
Naples
that?
on Doolittle,
laughing?
they treated me really good.
I got a funny
The second
story.
pizza was made amazingly too, and like,
It's nice.
yeah. So I've been eating that for.
Extra mushrooms.
I got a funny story. Remember one time we were at Brennan and Derek's house? And it
When
was
he
summer-
dropped the pizza in the driveway. Yeah.
So Foxy's driveway when we were younger had like, it was a type of gravel. It was like really small like rocks.
Pea stone
Like
or
pea
whatever
stone,
it's
yeah.
called.
So we ordered a king size pizza. Well, Foxy went and picked it up. Well, we're all at the house. There's a bunch of us here. Summertime. We're by the pool. Fucking. He comes back. We're all inside at that time. Foxy dropped the pizza on the ground. It fucking box opened up. Fucking pizza. So he just picked it up and put it back in the box like nothing happened. Right inside, bro. It's like a section of it that had gravel all stuck in it and shit. So they thought it was something from the oven. Like when they cooked it. So they called and
Who's they?
like Terry and his mom. Like
Okay.
they thought that
Yeah, it was Brandon.
Okay.
the parents thought that
Yeah.
it fucking was from the oven. But it was
Jeez.
Foxy dropped it. And then they called and raised a big fucking stink. And then finally it clicked. Pooj was like, put two and two together. He's like, you motherfuckers.
This is why is there rocks in it? think you'd be able to tell.
Hilarious, bro. So funny. So
Yeah.
fucking funny, bro.
These ones match the ones
But
in
then
the
even
driveway.
then you might think, oh, the delivery guy dropped it and fucking
Yeah.
didn't say
No,
nothing.
Foxy went to
No,
Naples
he
and
went
got
there
it.
and picked it up. Yeah.
He went-
Wait a second, our kid picked it up. And then
Fucking-
you're like, oh shit.
Foxy, if you're listening, you fucking butthead.
Yeah, that was
I,
funny.
I got millions of stories about that
Oh,
fucking guy. I spent
right.
so much time with him. I fucking
yeah.
stories about that guy.
Yeah.
He's fucking.
I
He's
got stories.
fucked.
Yeah, everyone's got stories.
Yeah.
man.
Remember cruising around in his Sunbird?
Just
Sunbird?
smoking doobies
Fucking
all
just
day. He had a
wasted,
white
yeah.
Sunbird with the fucking the
painted-
chrome fucking
The chrome
hubcaps
wheels,
on
yeah.
it.
We went to
What's a
Canadian.
Sunbird?
The
Is that-
Pontiac
what is that?
Sunbird. Bring it up, Cam.
Were they like square? Like,
Yeah, it's a
White
box.
Pontiac Sunbird.
But he
like a
fucking.
Dodge. Yeah.
No, it's like a.
Like an older.
It's like a Grand Am, but like no. Never mind. It's a Sunbird. It's a piece of shit. When you
It
see
would always be.
But
It would
he,
always be you and B while B driving.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. He had a
Yeah.
white one, not a convertible. Though.
Go down, Cam. Go down. So
That
it's-
one right there.
That's like the
No,
guy-
the
that's
no,
like
the
the
four
old
door.
Cavalier
The
guy.
right there,
Right there,
pow.
that one,
That was
exactly
it.
That's what he
Yeah.
had. But he had the wheels. He had
Windows
the black wheels.
tinted.
We painted them red and put the
Click
chrome
that, Cam.
hubcaps
Click
on
it.
That ain't bad. That ain't a bad.
There you
little
go.
ride. Look at
Yeah.
that thing.
We fucking smoked so much weed. That thing was good on gas. We drove that thing all over. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drove a fucking Firebird there. Or Sunbird, sorry. My,
Sunbird,
my
hey, man.
grandmother.
You know what I used to drive as my first car? Aries K
I
car.
was just gonna ask you what your first car was.
Google
Pull that
it.
up.
Google it. That's the first car I drove. It was my dad's.
No.
Was huh?
Wasn't it the New Yorker?
No, it was the.
Remember the
New Yorker?
New Yorker you had? It was like I used to sit in the
Ricky
back seat
style?
all the time just so he would be fucking.
No, I mean
This is a
that's,
K
that
car.
was
yeah.
that was
when
My
dad
parents had a
when
K
dad
car.
had
My
that
parents had
blue
a K
one.
car.
Who did dad
So,
get that blue
from
one
Mimi.
from? Oh yeah.
So he fucking. So my dad was passing a car one day. I remember how the hard gas pedal was like fucking. You had to use 2 feet to push it. To fuck-
Really?
because he was passing somebody one night coming home and he fucking punched it down and went to go around him while the throttle stuck wide open. So he's like fucking doing fucking 170 fucking
It
trying to
wouldn't
get
slow down.
No, he was hitting the brakes, doing everything he could, so he fucking got it unstuck. Then he fixed it. So he put on the spring. You let off, that thing snapped. Bah! Snapped
Oh,
back,
wow.
right? It's like no more of that shit.
Wow.
Remember we used to make the Adam Sandler songs at that time? That fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, my
Piece
kid
of-
likes that
we used to
song.
sing that shit to my dad. He just gets so mad about that car.
Yeah.
The door
That's
go,
what-
shut the door, make the loud.
You want to
fucking-
know what Scat did to him the
look
one
up
day?
a 19. What was it? I forget what year it was.
Which one?
My
K car?
Daytona.
Did-
My Daytona was
no.
my first car. My Fifth Ave
one you
came
owned?
later.
Just look up Plymouth Daytona.
Dodge
was it a,
Daytona.
no,
Yeah,
it was a Plymouth.
Yeah, Plymouth
Plymouth
Daytona.
They were
Daytona.
kinda- they were-
Probably like a
some
90
of them were mixed
I
depending
think it
on
was
the
like a
year.
92.
Dodge made Daytonas.
I had a
Plymouths
couple
made
different
Daytonas.
ones. What, 92?
No.
No, 92.
Way newer.
Plymouth. What are you fucking?
You spell Plymouth like Vince McMahon spells
Ply-
pussy.
Plymouth.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, he's
Yeah, it is Plymouth. Yeah, Plymouth.
he's like, tell him what you
He
said.
heard it.
Like Vince
Did you
spells
hear?
pussy.
Oh.
Like that, yeah. Pussey. I had that one on the right,
Yeah.
the flip up headlights.
Oh,
But then I
fuck.
had one of the other ones
right
later.
there, yeah.
I had one of the other ones later with the regular headlights. But I had the flip up headlights. I remember one night because the headlights wouldn't work
Yeah,
all the
they got
time. But
stuck.
there was a way to do them by hand. You could crank them up by hand so they stayed up. I remember getting so fucked up one night. My sister fucking and Jamie were at my house and we did mushrooms, bro. And we were so fucked up. It's when I was living on Huffman Road. I had my windows down. I remember playing the guitar that night, electric guitar with speakers this loud, just not even playing a song, just na 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 na, and just us fucking just laughing so hard, bro. Well, then they left, and they hit a deer. Shut up. I was trying to. I'll be your new stepdad. But they hit a fucking deer. Well, then I'm trying to drive to go fucking help them, and I couldn't get the headlights to go up. So I had to hand crank them, and I was all fucked up, and showed up, and the
Oh,
cops
yeah,
were
like
there.
that,
and
he like slid
I
up.
re- the cops were there. I fucking pull up behind him. It was like
Cops were
winter.
where?
Because I hit the deer on the road, so they
Oh.
were with my sister and them.
This guy goes sliding up.
I pull up behind him, hit the brakes. I'm sliding up in the snow. I almost hit the cruiser.
Oh my god.
I get out,
What,
my
your
fucking
headlights on
eyes
it?
are look like pennies. A fucking mushroom, like Jesus Christ. Remember putting that
You
thing
on
in,
drugs?
and Lisa and Jamie were driving a fucking
F-150.
no Dodge Shadow.
Oh yeah, that old.
We put it in
Shadow.
that white Shadow. We stuffed a deer in the trunk.
Remember that Shadow you had?
Yeah, the blue one.
Uh,
I love that car.
Look up 1998.
What do you think was
Ford
the most,
Windstar.
the craziest times we had? Which car do you think it was? We were.
I
in?
had a lot of cars.
No
I went
shit.
through a lot.
No
I
shit.
went through a lot too. And this wasn't my first.
remember-
It was a
I
van,
had
but
I had
What-
a Daytona. I had how
New
many
Yorker?
trucks? New Yorker.
A couple Dodge trucks. Hey,
I
the,
Dakota.
the gold one, dude. So this wasn't my first car, but we bought one of these off our neighbor Kelly Beauchamp.
yeah.
Yeah,
$1,000
I work with Kelly.
And
Yeah.
it was like this was like when I had my license and like this is your car to drive around.
Look up
Bro,
87 Fifth Ave.
I took this on so many road trips. There was one time we were cruising with my buddies because we could
Fifth
fit
Avenue.
6 in there.
87 Fifth Avenue.
There's a fucking piece of 4x4 in the middle of the road that I didn't even see until the last second. I just fucking da-donk over it. And everyone in the car was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, I think it's a fucking piece of wood, man. I don't know.
True.
But in the front dash, there was like a rolling station the way that the fucking glove box went. So it was like my beater van that I would drive around, and the anti-lock brake system was broken, so when I'd pull up and hit the brakes, it'd be like
Hey, yeah, there's my baby.
Yeah.
Right.
The red one.
Yeah.
The red
That
one.
thing.
I had the red one.
that's like Mr. Leahy's
Yeah.
car
I
in
had
the later
a-
seasons,
I had a-
man.
Bro, that thing interior, bro, was like a fucking
True.
crazy.
It's all red and
This
velvet and
motherfucker-
shit, right?
What?
This motherfucker, I remember when I got that car, he's like bugging me to take it. Oh, I'm like, motherfucker, take care of my shit.
What was it?
What'd you do, Aunt?
Oh,
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do, Aunt?
I didn't do
Just
shit.
Live up to it. What'd you
I
do?
didn't do shit.
Burned a fucking hole in my seat the size of a thumb, right between the legs. Like, you motherfucker. That
Was
try.
it all red and like super soft on
Oh
the inside?
yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Leahy
Sitting in the
sleeps
back
that
seat, it was
car.
like
I
riding in a
fucking
couch.
can.
Love that car.
Hey, what was my first car?
Ashtrays in the fucking doors and stuff.
Your first car?
Buddy,
Oh wait, let me think. Was it a neon? The purple one?
Yeah, it was
I
Barney.
remember the purple neon.
Barney.
I remember the
Remember
purple neon.
my black neon? The tick,
Yeah.
the 5-speed.
Yeah.
I paid
Did
two.
your mom drive
bro,
it too
I
for a
paid.
bit? No?
So the how I got that thing was I went to pick Dad up one night. I forget who it was. I bought the car from, but I went to pick my dad up, and the car was sitting out front. And I said to him, I was like, they're all fucked up. I'm like, how much for the car? He's like, joking around. He's like, $200. You come pick it up in the morning? $200. I was there at fucking 7 a.m. with a trailer.
And
Here's
what
your
was
$200
wrong with
bucks.
it at the time?
It had a tick or whatever, but his wife,
It
he
was
bought
a stick shift and it had
yeah,
a tick?
but his
okay.
wife drove it. He bought it for his wife, but she didn't like it.
I think
She
Dad
didn't-
fixed it.
She didn't
though.
want to drive stick.
Yeah.
So no, I drove
My
it with a
first
tick.
car was a Sunfire
fucking drove it like a
stick shift, and It
maniac.
had ticks sometimes.
I
but
drove that thing, bro.
So fun.
Oh, yeah.
I learned how to
it had
drive
like
on a stick
it
shift.
had like 70,000
Learned how to
kilometers.
drive
I'll
on
tell
on
you
that
the
stick,
times I
yeah.
had in that fucking neon. Hey, look up 1998
Bro, when
neon.
you see these bitches on the road
Espresso.
nowadays-
What did mom back?
Purple
Espresso?
Espresso.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember when we first got that car and I drove it home from the dealer? Me and Dad bought that in Windsor by the ice park.
I bought it off Dad for $300.
I remember me and Daryl McGee drove it home, and I
Yeah.
passed like 12 cars at once.
It was a
And
classic
Dad was like,
neon.
"What the fuck?"
So
Look at those cars.
it
I'm
was
like,
a
this car
two-door.
rips.
The one I had was
Yeah,
a
the two-door
two-door.
right there, like the green one, but purple.
Yeah.
Right there, Barney, right there.
Bam.
There's
That's
Barney.
it right there, literally.
What a piece of shit.
No, if you see those on the road nowadays,
Yeah.
you're like, damn.
Dude, so Dad seen the guy that bought it from us. Dad seen the guy that bought it. It was like maybe a couple years ago, but and it was still running good.
I'm good.
That's the part that's fucked.
You take care
Remember
of
that
stuff.
car? Like that thing had a 5-stack in the trunk, right, for CDs you put in.
Yeah.
Oh,
5-disc
man.
player.
That was when you had to go to the trunk to change your CDs. You knew
Yeah.
you were balling.
Big
Back in
baller.
Be like, yeah, I got five disc.
I got a
changer
5
in the
disc,
back.
bitch.
I got fucking Offspring Smash. I got Aqua. I got fucking
Jock Jams.
Yeah, Jock Jams. I got Much Dance
NSYNC.
Music, and then I
Backstreet
got
Boys.
Well, my sister put this one in there, but it's Hanson.
Remember
I
that?
kind of jam it sometimes. It kind
Backstreet
of gets
Boys.
stuck
Aqua.
on Hanson. I can't really change it from Hanson, but I got those other
Used
ones.
to call her
But I can't change
KD. Remember that? We were at this wedding, and
This girl, we won't name her.
no, we won't name her,
She's got
but
a bit of a lisp.
yeah,
She comes up to us. She got her CDs. She's like, "What songs do you want? We want to hear?" She's like, pulls out the book. She's like, "I got Insane, Aqua,
Savage Garden,
Backstreet Boys," and
you
we
know
were like,
Savage Garden. Like,
like,
I'm a shame and take 'em on a shake 'em on so. You know that one?
huh? What?
Savage Garden. So you drove a stick shift. Did you have a stick shift too?
No, mine was automatic.
Okay, so have you ever drove a stick shift?
I have. It's just been a really long time.
Have you ever done the whole like fucking nail it in reverse and then turn and switch it to the front?
No.
Like, you never done that?
"No,
You ever try that?
me,
That's
no."
all he. That's all he did in his black
yeah.
neon.
My black neon, bro.
Yeah, it must have been super
That
fun
was
to
my
do that.
go-kart.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I remember making turns in Windsor, doing like
Yeah. I used to
Hammered.
love driving
buddies
the
in
stick
the
shift.
back, fucking.
Because you could be like behind a
my
car.
wild days.
You could be behind a car in fourth, kick it down to third, and just fucking
That fucking car.
Oh yeah,
that car flew.
I drove a Sunfire, which was a bit bigger, but we used to cruise up to Windsor and we'd smoke pot on the top of fucking the parking garage that was right across the street from Harvest Moon, which used to sell weed. It was a store. It was like a secret thing.
That,
you know.
I love that car.
But
that car flew.
and then I remember like whenever we'd be done smoking weed, I'd just fucking and switch it around out of there. Fucking, it's funny, man. Good times driving stick shift.
Me and Drew one time.
My trucks, I had all the trucks.
Me and Drew one time. We were in both of our parents' vehicles, and we were fucking. You know what I'm talking about?
It was
don't
my
you?
car. I was in my car.
No, but you were in your car, and I was in mom and dad's car.
And we were racing.
We were racing down
blew
the third
both
concession.
transmissions.
We popped both motors.
No, mine was
Yeah,
transmissions.
yeah. Was it both
Yeah,
transmissions? Yeah, we
transmissions.
popped transmissions in the same race.
It was my
Had to
5-speed.
just pull
My
over.
5-speed manual. No, I think it was my Daytona because my Daytona. I remember actually because
Just bring,
we
bring, bring.
raced, and then the next day I was turning the corner by Godfather's going towards like the co-op. When I turned, I just fucking took the guy and went, and slipped and went, bang, and I heard, bing, bing, bing. I look and I could see parts flying across the road. I'm like,
I was like, "What'd you do?"
You got any crazy driving stories there, cameraman? Cam, the cameraman.
Not any legal
He ain't
ones.
even
and
Mike,
remember,
man.
remember my truck,
Mike Cam.
my
What?
white
Not
Ram?
any we can
Which
talk
one? The
about
white
stuff. It's
one?
past.
Tree fell on it.
Yeah.
Tree fell on my Ram, and I drove it for like
Allegedly.
6 years after that.
Fucking me and my boys used to. My buddy used to live on Front Road or whatever at on a nursery, and out
Too many
back,
details.
They owned a lot of land or whatever, so like they had trails and stuff that they go hunt and crap in. So like they'd have beat up cars all the time, and they would make sure that. Like at night, all of it's closed off because like they got connecting the snowmobile trails and shit, and then they would do fucked up shit. Like their older son and their son, and like their dad was kind of wild too. So we used to take like beat up Suburban and go ripping around and like have a mattress tied on the back, and then, like,
shit.
while we're like going through the snow or mud or whatever.
Yeah.
And they let me drive one time, and I ended up putting that cocksucker like half in a ditch, teetering on a bridge because I didn't drive until I was like 24,
At all?
25. No, like
So
no,
how
really,
how old are you now?
I learned how to
32.
I learned how to drive stick at Choda's house.
Yeah, we all know you got learned.
Remember the shit we used to do out at his house?
At Mark Avellino's house.
So
Yeah.
one thing we used to do is
crazy, bro.
cars would fucking lose it. We'd get one of us stand on each side of the road. There wouldn't even be anything.
Just act like you're pulling a
Be
string.
nothing. The cars would come across. We'd act like we're pulling. People be chasing us down the laneway. We'd be
I
sprinting.
remember Mark's dad chasing us down the laneway.
Yeah.
Remember,
my
like, because we were
God.
hanging out with him, and like Mark's dad at first
In reverse.
because he didn't
And
know us.
Foxy was in
In the
reverse.
Sunbird.
Yeah.
Mark Avellino. So his parents fucking
We were
didn't like
baked.
us at first because they didn't know us,
Yeah.
right? We were just burnouts hanging out with their
Yeah.
kid. He was innocent, bro. They started hanging out with
Yeah.
us, me, Foxy, all just smoking weed all day. So he was getting off the bus and coming into town. We were just driving him home. Well, one day we drove him home and his dad was mad and fucking met us outside. Well, he's literally sprinting at the car. So as we were pulling up, Mark was like, "Oh fuck, guys!" He's like, "Just,
Yeah.
he's like, just
Right away.
just drop me off here, and I'll fucking go deal with him." Fucking gets out. Foxy puts it in reverse, starts backing up. The driveway is literally like a kilometer long.
Oh shit.
Like fucking ridiculous.
Foxy's having
on the fourth
on the
concession
fourth.
at Harrow.
Okay.
Like it's
Yeah,
long
yeah,
as
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
The freaking house is set way in the back.
Foxy fucking reversing down the driveway. Normally you'd go up and turn around, but there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So he started literally sprinting, like at the car, like a madman,
Like
bro.
fucking Terminator
Foxy
2.
puts in reverse. We're doing like 100 reverse. Foxy
I
like,
remember going, "Oh, we got company,"
we were
when he come flying out of the door.
I
Like,
thought we were going in the ditch because there's like two
Yeah,
driveways with
yeah.
a ditch in the middle. So I'm like, oh, we're
Was
toast,
it
bro.
Nighttime?
No,
That-
day.
no, it was
Daytime,
day,
yeah.
but luckily it was
So
daytime.
he-
That probably
he
helped
did-
So we
us.
got
He
to the
obviously
very
didn't
end.
catch you
We
guys?
got so then we were reversing. So then once we took off, he jumped in his van, bro. He was coming. We were going backwards. He was in front of us, like coming at us. And then he fucking was screaming at us and all this shit. And then after, I remember Mark's brother was like, "Yo, Dad, like you should probably not." Fucking
Yeah, those
do that.
guys
You
are
don't-
cool.
You
yeah.
don't fucking know them, and you don't know what could happen. And he's like, "You should probably know them before."
Yeah.
And then after that, I was at his house every day.
Yeah, his
Like,
dad.
Sean-
Oh, hey
Dad
guys,
was
already
great.
see
Parents
you.
were awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just didn't know us, and like Mark was like doing all this shit that
Yeah,
was
but we
uncharacteristic.
we fucking stuck up for Mark and shit
Yeah,
too.
he was
and
great.
everybody
I love
was
that
trying
kid.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hang out with him now, but
I
it's
don't-
whatever.
I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
him
He's a
at all.
great guy,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
he
but
is.
when everybody was trying to fuck with him, we were like, "Fuck you."
I had a lot of
We
good.
wouldn't- we
I had a
wouldn't
lot
let
of really
anybody-
good
And you know
times.
what, parents? I mean, as a parent, you do think like,
Yeah.
you know,
You don't know.
it
Yeah.
makes sense that you know,
Bunch of
outsiders
random
that you
dudes
just-
pulling up
yeah,
in a
you
car,
think the worst-
dropping your
System-
son off.
It's
system
easier to
bumping.
think the
Yeah,
worst of
the car's
people. Yeah,
full.
yeah, yeah,
Mark's
exactly.
one of five.
Yeah.
Smoke pouring out. The window.
I just remember his dad running out and me saying out loud, "We got company."
Yeah, he's
Bro, I was in a
But he's
straight
great.
up high speed chase with one of my friend's dads. So a friend of mine in high school, we had a group of friends. We were skaters, blah blah blah. It was, but the one kind of was a bit of a, like not like as cool, more of computer,
Yeah.
this and that. So he kind of like fell off of it, where everyone else kind of went with, like, you know, stayed with skating. And, you know, Mark Redpath. I'm not sure if you guys have ever met Mark Redpath or anything. One of my best friends, like through high school, he did a lot of filming as when we were skating and this and that, right? But our other friend, who is kind of how we met everybody, like his dad was always this kind of like just weird guy that gave us a weird vibe and whatever. So one night he's like, let's fucking. So Mark Redpath was the first one of us that got their license while we were talking about driving first cars. He had a fucking Saturn Ion, this 4-door piece of shit car. And we would drive around and we'd, you know, get out and smoke and this and that. One night we decided to go egg his house.
Oh.
And so there's an alley in the back. So we pull up into the back and there's 4 of us. And we fucking, we unload a carton of eggs on his house. And then we see the light come on and we're like, oh shit. So we fucking boot through the alley, turn around, going into Amherstburg on Front Road, because it was like right off Front Road. Excuse me. Right where that new fucking condo is and shit, Cam. So as we're cruising, we're like, oh shit, we're cruising. We didn't think much of it. All of a sudden, like, his car comes out of nowhere coming the other way and literally like into our lane and almost runs us off the road. And we're like, oh shit, Mark's driving. So we book it through up to like Navy Yard Park. We're cutting across, and at one point this guy fucking is up next to us in this like rural town street. Like, it wasn't a highway, it wasn't anything like that. We're both going fucking 80 85. He's right next to us looking at us, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, in the passenger seat, man. Like, what are we gonna do? And Mark fucking this car didn't have anti-lock brakes. So you hit that brakes and it's skidding, right? Like an emergency brake.
Yeah.
And he fucking turned, and as the other guy's going forward, and Mark turned this way, and we booked it to Windsor, and we went to Taco Bell and fucking ate, and we were like, oh my god, it's fucking crazy. He's fucking crazy, man. I get a call from my dad, and he's like, what the fuck? Tyler's dad is here right now saying you guys fucking egged his house, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Dad, we're at Taco Bell in Windsor right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then we drive back, we get to my house, and he's there. He's fucking there, and he fucking comes out, and he's all fucking this and that. I don't know. It was fucking the craziest night ever. My dad, like, I stuck with the fact that it wasn't us, and I was like, we were at Taco Bell.
Meanwhile,
I
it's
don't
the
know what you're
exact
talking
car.
about. It wasn't us.
He's
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at you guys.
Yeah. So actually, Mark drops me off at home and he's not around. And then when Mark went to go home, he's like, yeah, he fucking ran me off the road again, drove me all the way home, followed me all the way home. Crazy this, crazy that. But I just stuck with like.
But
then
then
later
took
on,
an
my
egg
dad
and
was
threw it
like,
at his truck.
Later on, my dad was like, I know you fucking ate those fucking house. That guy's fucking house.
Come on, man.
You think you're smarter than your parents sometimes, but.
Hey, what's the craziest thing you guys ever seen on a Michigan freeway, like on a car?
Oh, that's easy.
Driving?
I seen an old car. I don't know what kind it was. I was going to Monster Jam. This is like years ago. It was like a motocross Monster Jam thing. This fucking car had like 24-inch rims, but it had no driver's side door. It had a piece of lattice.
That's the guy I was gonna say. It was a piece of lattice.
Like that wood fencing. Looks like
It's got like holes and shit through it. The guy
He's
had
got
it was a piece of
He had his
lattice.
arm on it chilling, but that car was a piece of shit. It was like Ricky. It had fucking literally like big ass 24s on it.
Man, I was actually.
That was so funny.
We were seeing a show downtown Toronto. I think it was like BB King or something.
BB King.
And honestly, we were fucking the only white people in this fucking place. It was like Michigan State Theater.
Some maggots on some chocolate cake.
Oh man, but people like there was pimps dressed to the nines in like purple suits with hats, like American Gangster style, and we're just like 5 of us kids that just like blues music and are coming to watch BB King because he's fucking awesome, right? But some of the cars that were out there, I remember this one. It was like this almost like puke green Cadillac that had these solid gold rims that had almost like they looked like fucking tridents coming in, like pointing to each other in a star, and we were all just like, "Oh my god, look at this pimp ass!"
You want to know what you say to him? Ain't nobody say nod nodder like you say nod nodder.
Man, come on now.
He's like,
Come on.
are we changing diapers?
Yeah. And we met some amazing people that night. Like we met this homeless guy who was like, "Hey,
Cameron, love you."
Fuck, I wish I could remember the little spiel he put on us, but because we ended up walking from the State Theater right to where the tunnel bus like at the border there. Yeah, it was something like that.
I love a Coupe de
With
Ville.
gold.
Man.
It had all gold trim. Like all that silver you see was fucking gold.
Meanwhile, it's just probably wrapped.
Maybe
Green
Maybe.
Cadillac.
All the parts
Yeah,
are wrapped
yeah.
in gold. Just wrapped in the
Yeah,
shiny
that's, like,
fucking.
the deepest voice. You know what I mean?
What's
Like,
up, baby?
it's
I'm a
no
buddy.
more
Yo,
like, yeah, down here, yeah, down.
I'm a buddy. Yo, I'm a
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
bread.
Yeah, I'm a buddy old.
That's how it goes.
That was a great show. Fuck God, man. BB King. He sat down on a chair the whole time, but it was just entertaining. Like, could have been entertaining as people jumping around.
Okay, so it was questions. So
Okay,
do you have another one, right?
How do you guys feel about automatic tipping culture?
About what? Automatic
Like,
tipping?
automatic-
See, like
automatically
you see
tipping
it all the
people.
time now. It's like automatically just on there. It's like gratuity or whatever.
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm talking more of just like
you
have
having
to tip
the
them, even if they fucking suck. So I was at a fine establishment, not so fine establishment, well known in Windsor, on the corner of Howard and Tecumseh Road.
The
and
lumberjack.
We were just getting. It's. I think it's currently for sale right now too.
The
But
lumber
we were
whack.
just-
The lumber whack.
The lumber whack. We were just getting breakfast. We didn't have to wait to get sat. We sit down.
'Cause
we
nobody's
pretty
in
much
there.
order right away. I ordered a breakfast, and then I was with Steph and Luke, and they ordered a breakfast that they were gonna split, like 2 eggs. So she was gonna take 1 egg and blah blah blah. Right?
Okay.
Nothing much, right? Literally 30 to 35 minutes go by without our waitress even coming to us, to say, hey, blah, blah, blah. And eventually I had to, like, as this is happening, the guy over here has a different waitress. He's come in after us, ordered his food, got his food, all in this time. So I finally say to that waitress, like, hey, we've been waiting for our food, like, quite a long time, like, blah, blah, blah. So she comes over and says, like, oh, I'm so sorry. The cook decided to work on, what do you say, like a big group.
A party.
Yeah, like a party. Like the group decided, a catering order.
well, still you're a paying fucking
Yeah.
customer.
And,
Like,
and I
hello.
was ordering breakfast, and she said, a catering order for 1 o'clock. And it was fucking 12:30 at the time. So I'm like, it's half hour away. So anyways, I didn't forget about you. Just, it's coming soon. And then still it took a little bit after.
I'd fucking be like,
And I was like,
I would've left.
I was pissed, but I was keeping it in. I was like, honestly, like, I'm either going to say, I want to talk to a fucking manager. Not in that way, but like, I don't think I should be paying for this shit. Like I don't know. By the time it came, I was just so like, okay, give me my food. I was so hungry and like feed the kids, whatever. So we go to cash out or whatever, and Steph, who is a waitress, insists on paying a tip, and I was just like, don't fucking leave a tip. If you leave someone like that a tip, because I know she didn't put our chit in time.
She forgot.
And then you forgot to put our chit in, which is fine. Mention that or whatever.
just say, hey, I forgot to do this or whatever. I'll knock some off your bill. Sorry.
So, like, to me, if you give people like this a tip, they think that they did an okay job, and they're not going to change the way that they do things.
Well,
kind of
it's they expect it now.
Yeah.
Too.
I used to work in a bar though, like behind the bar, so I always tip,
See,
and
for
I
me,
always usually tip pretty good
just
too.
because COVID kind of set me into this fucking.
You have to be pretty shitty for me not to
Yeah,
tip.
for me to,
And that was this case.
I will say something.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
like I'll bring up.
To the point where I'm like, I don't even think I should pay for this fucking meal.
Yeah.
But I'll pay for it. But I'm not gonna tip.
I'll just
Like,
pay
I
for it,
don't-
and I'll never fucking come back.
Yeah. I
Go
probably
on,
won't.
I'm gonna go on my podcast.
That's
and tell
crazy.
10
That's
people.
that's
It was literally like
that 10's gonna be 15 in 3 months.
Yeah,
so
I
I'll
can
t-
be-
motherfuckers,
I can be
subscribe to our
patient,
shit,
and
listen
then
to
I
it.
can
Like,
be a
what are
bit
we doing,
impatient.
man?
This was like way over that.
but still,
It was
man,
just-
you're a paying fucking
and
customer.
most waitresses will come and at least like, hey,
Say
how's
something.
everything? Do you need a refill on?
Yeah.
Chef was drinking coffee and blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
Coffee gives me the scoots. I don't even drink
I
coffee.
kind of like how it makes me
but,
feel
yeah.
after I drink.
But yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be
Yeah.
like, fuck that. I would have left. I'd be like, we'll go to
yeah.
Mickey D's. We'll go hit a fucking drive-through and get breakfast and shit before we deal with this bullshit.
Yeah, it was one of those like I'm.
And
Don't
if you're
like
going there,
comfort
next
food.
question is, how are you not getting the like Hungry Man or something? Like get the lumberjack or whatever.
I wasn't like, to me it was like 2 eggs with home fries and this and that.
I'm a
whatever.
complete fat ass, so I would have definitely went
see,
after
I'm
the
not-
lumberjack.
I might have even got an omelet. No, I got eggs.
Gotta feed these.
Yeah, I can't fucking remember. My mind's fucking.
My mind's telling me no.
But my body. Is there anything else on this trusty dusty phone, or do you guys just want to have a
Trusty
beer
Dusty
and
won't fucking
you guys want to
Dusty.
puff one off the air here?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I mean, I finally actually found out what year I got a car at.
Okay, let's
Shoot
see.
it.
So
What a piece of shit.
Oh, I
I
remember
got
that
this
one. The
Ford
Ford Escape.
Yeah,
I remember it was
and that
like
was
gold.
in 2017. So I was
Imagine if that was your
25
first
years
car.
old when I got my license.
How lucky
in my
for that to
car.
be your first.
So
car.
how was there a reason why you didn't get your license?
And then you drove that and had to
my
go home
mom,
and
she
take
just
out
kinda
your butt
walked
plug.
everywhere, and,
Okay.
like, I kind of walked everywhere, and then I moved out.
I guess
when
if you
was
don't
16
if you
with
don't
my
live in a
GAMs.
family that doesn't drive, you don't.
Yeah, like honestly, just never had it around, and like my
Ford
grandmother
Escape,
drove us
though,
everywhere,
eh?
So I moved in with her, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my license." And I was living with her in high school, and she's like, "The fuck you are? My insurance ain't going up."
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
so I
So
just
you've only
didn't
had
do
your
it, didn't
license for
care.
how long?
Huh?
How long have you had your license?
25, so 32, so
7 years?
That's
Was
it.
ki- is,
That's crazy.
How old's how old's Erica?
Erica is 32.
Okay, she drove.
She's
since-
driven ever since she was able to. I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's us
okay,
too.
So my birthday.
so
I
That's
so
went
I'm
to
just
fucking
wondering,
got
if,
my
like
license.
insurance wise.
I had my G license
I actually
before I
got
even left
Oh,
high
do you?
school.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
I think
my
I did
full
too, 'cause
license.
I have a late,
And,
I have a
ticket
late
free.
birthday,
That's
so
good.
I did too.
It's good. I'm like 30. I'm 39.
I never took
gonna be 39.
driver's ed,
And
though,
I've had
so
my
I
license
I
since
didn't
I was
take it either.
16 or
Same.
17.
And then
Same.
I've only been in one accident, and it wasn't my fault. It
Yeah.
happened recently.
yeah.
Yeah, that bus or whatever.
Yeah. I had
That
a
wasn't
bus.
an accident. I told
Drew
you, it's
Drew hit a
fucking
bus full of kids.
I had,
Fucking,
a
I'm
fucking
joking.
short, I had a short bus run a stop sign and hit my truck, ripped the front of my truck right off.
It's okay if you come early. It's not an accident.
It's not. That's normal.
My body.
It's telling me,
All right.
yeah.
I rear-ended this kid after high school.
Oh,
one
you
time.
rear-ended this kid?
He was of age, I tell you. But no,
He was
the
of
funny
age, yeah.
story is I was leaving school and there was kids walking down the street And I was like, "Hey, do drugs." We were smoking, like being.
And then he
dumb.
rear-ended somebody.
I rear-ended somebody, and then I was like, "Yeah, don't do drugs."
That's almost as bad as a hi Wayne.
Yeah.
Hi Wayne flips over the car and she's okay.
Sunfire.
You're fucked.
And then one time we were at a fucking party, and I drove. I wasn't.
There's the
drinking.
first
I
bad
was too
thing.
young to drink, but I was.
I was
driving
at a
the time.
party.
And we came out, and someone had fucking came out of the driveway and just nailed my car and left. So then when I went home, I had to be like, "Dad, someone hit the car." We ended up going to the house the next day. Like, he brought me to the fucking house, all embarrassed, and like, "Hey, someone hit my car, blah, blah, blah," right?
Bones going, "What up,
But
man?"
It turned out like it was a kid. You know, everyone in the... By the time I went to school fucking Monday, everyone knew who it was. And it was this kid, fucking Greg French, and he was a fucking Mr. Golf nerd.
Yeah,
fucking,
Greg French.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg French, you fucking
yeah.
piece of
Like,
But
shit.
came
is
up
he
to me and
related to
was like,
Steve
"Hey."
French?
Fuck.
He
You
came
ran
up to
away
me.
from an accident, you
It was-
coward.
He came up to me and was like, "Hey,
Even though he was a
you know,
kid.
it turns out I hit your car. Sorry, blah blah
Yeah,
blah."
turns
like,
out you knew you
that's-
hit it, you prick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they left. And
Did
I
you drop
took
a stunner on him?
No.
Did you drop
it
a stunner
wasn't
on
like
his
that.
sister?
He ended up paying. I actually think the money. So it was like my dad told me to get $300, and I think I told him $350. And I used the $350 or the
50
The
to get
50
weed.
got a nickel?
It was like right by prom.
You got booze?
And yeah, I spent it on booze and drugs. Thank you very much.
I got a case of
Thank you very
beer.
much, Greg French. You're
Hey,
all right,
Greg
guy.
French, you know what? You're all right.
Hey,
If you
I got,
happen to be
cause
listening
then,
to this,
yeah, hey,
that-
cause then
I
it
take
was
back
only
everything I said.
$40 for a fucking case of beer, and the joints there was
Yeah.
$10
Yeah.
for 2 joints.
Yeah. That was when, like, I know I didn't like beer by then. It was like we would get Bacardi, Parrot Bay. We would drink that. We would
Drew
do
got me
Smirnoff
blasted on
Ices.
Bacardi
I hated
Bacardi.
beer. I
You
hated
didn't like beer?
Like when
I
I,
didn't mind
first
beer.
started drinking, like I didn't really drink much underage.
Yeah, I drank a little
Yeah,
bit.
I smoked more. We got into smoking
Every
and-
Monday night after hocky at
Bacardi.
Harold's, it was a fucking
Yeah.
shit show.
Yeah.
No one went to school on Tuesday. Like,
Yeah.
it was just, it was weird. It was, we were playing house league hockey in frickin' Amherstburg on a Monday night at 10 o'clock, and the stands were fucking full.
That's fucking wild.
Always.
Full.
That's wild.
No.
I mean, it was because the game would be 3-2 and there'd be like 7 fights,
They
but
all
I'm
had a
just,
second gag.
but it was,
A lot
it
of
was
the guys
wild.
did.
It was wild times. It was wild
It was a
times
good
then,
time,
man.
Little shower
Like-
at that time?
I mean, yeah.
But
but
like
like,
Harold's house and party, his parents were cool.
yeah, oh
as fuck,
yeah,
never-
Ronnie and fucking Sheila would
they
just
would
let
be
us
upstairs sleeping,
fucking.
we'd be partying.
All
down
they
there.
would say is no one drives when you no one drive when you
Yeah.
leave here. So they made, but we were
You're
the
like,
part-
"You kidding? None of us
Falling-
can drive.
Never falling
no,
through-
but the part where we were, we were all like
falling through the
18,
fence.
but yeah, Drew fell through the fence there,
Right in front
Their
of him.
fence?
And right in
wasted,
front of him.
fell.
Into and then
No,
through.
he fell through the fucking
I was
fence,
standing there hammered drinking Bacardi.
and he just
I
fell
fucking
over.
Really not standing.
Started to fall,
Yeah.
and I started running.
Yeah,
catch
he
myself.
was doing the old. And then he just
Straight
went
through the
right
fence,
through the
and
fence.
Ronnie Harold was right there.
And all he did was laugh.
And he just looked
I
at
was
me.
like,
I'm like, oh, I'll
fuck.
fix it. I never fixed it.
Ronnie fixed it.
But it was hilarious.
Ronnie's like, I fixed the fence because your fucking brother went through it. I'm
Fucking
like,
straight through it. Right head
we
first.
had, so
Grab big grass stain on my
remember
shirt.
Jay fucking Red Ball, who is there? He's a complete animal.
He
this
smoked
guy.
a hot pepper.
A hot pepper.
Out
He
of a
puts it
bomb.
in the bowl, lights it.
Hot ass peppers.
Like,
He
so he's choking. He's like, well, light a bowl, finish a bowl, does another one. I'm like, Jesus.
he smoked,
Animal,
he
that
smoked,
guy.
Sugar from Sour Keys.
Yeah, he
fucking
fucking
snorted sugar from Sour
Oh
Keys.
yeah, the
He
shit that we made him do at those parties. I think he snorted a Jello shot.
He snorted jelly. He used to snort them all the
Where are
time.
they now?
Oh, now he's like family man, like married, wife, kids. Yeah, good guy. I
Chill as
love
fuck.
Jay. Yeah.
Maniac
Who is it?
then. Jason Red
You want to know who else was a maniac and fucking was Chad Romanek. Chad Romanek, rest in peace, Chad. But he fucking that guy. Because I was the one that was always hanging out with Chad, and Chad was a animal. That guy, like complete. I remember.
Remember him at a party one night? His jaw was like.
Oh,
It's like-
so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Chad. But he would get
And
after.
I remember
it.
Ronnie Harold. We're at Harold's house, and Ronnie's talking to me, and he looks right at me. He's like, What the fuck is wrong with him? It's like, I'm like, I give you one guess.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
I remember.
It's ecstasy.
Yeah, remember, it was like it was New
jaw
Year's,
fucking
New
rocked.
Year's
I hate
Eve.
that.
I drove him into the
I can
city
feel it
in
now.
his car to pick up his girlfriend because I hadn't started like drinking yet. So
Take your time.
I drive him or whatever, right? And we were coming up where we had to go on EC Row, but I was in the far lane. So he's like, "Oh, we gotta go EC Row." He was in the back seat with his girlfriend. I just went like this. Like, I didn't look. I was nothing. It was just like they were both like, boo, in the backseat. Chad's like, holy fuck. It was, you want to know what I was driving? I was driving his Firebird. Remember that Firebird he had?
Mm-hmm.
And him and his girlfriend were in the back seat, and I was fucking hammering on this car. And he's like, ah. I think he said once or twice, I don't even drive this car like this. But Chad had that Firebird. It was all fucking
Yeah,
done
it was
up.
sweet.
Chad always had sick cars.
Mhm.
But yeah, he was a fucking absolute beauty, that guy. One of the times too, when we were playing in Leamington, this guy was following him around the ice trying to fight him, and Chad's like, what the fuck? So finally he just fought this guy. He beat up this guy so bad there was just blood all over the ice. It was fucked, man. But I was just like, wow, man, Chad, yeah, I could go on for days about Chad, but yeah, he was awesome. For sure. So on that note, fellas, is there
On a sad ass note.
yes.
This one's for
It's
Chad.
not really sad though. We're just talking about Chad.
Anyways.
But is there anything you guys want to shoot the shit on the end? Any questions? Anything?
Nah, fuck that. Let's
Concerns?
Hope you guys are still listening. Thanks for coming out.
Get out of here. Yeah, subscribe to our shit.
Yeah,
At
you
least
got your gun
fucking
on
listen.
safety?
Please,
Yeah,
please,
hope
please.
you
It
got
helps
your
us a
gun on
lot.
safety.
Even if you don't like us, comment on the videos.
Yeah.
Tell Ant how fucking
Yeah,
stupid he looks.
Right there. I'll tell you right
Yeah.
there.
Tell Charlie he's a
Yeah.
fucking dickhead. Tell everybody how great I am. It's just, it's easy to do. You know?
It's easy, you know.
All right.
Helps us a long way. Every
Merch giveaway soon too. Merch giveaway.
Charlie
soon.
can't even speak. He's
I
fucking.
know.
Merch
He's
giveaway
remedial.
soon.
He's acoustic.
Right?
Acoustic. I'm gonna do.
Merch giveaway soon.
Cam, you got anything?
No, that's it, man. I'm good.
No one can fucking hear you. You're talking to the mic.
I am talking right now.
Oh.
Like,
What?
that's what I'm
God.
saying,
Yeah, his
man.
fucking phone was
Playing tricks
ringing.
now.
His phone was just ringing right next to it.
All right.
That
We're
was
at.
the alarm that I set again.
We gotta leave.
Anyways.
Yeah, we're out, people. Until next week. See ya.
Stay sweet.
Peace, bitch.
Don't go stopping now, you got so much to prove. Take it all somehow, see it all the way through. Come and tell me now.